What's going on? It's your boy JR. I'm here with Sammy. I'm here with Jace, and we are the Laugh Kingz Podcast. Back for another edition. Gentlemen, fellas, boys, mandem, how we doing? How we feeling?
I'm doing good.
I feel good, man. Good. Mandem.
Mandem.
What does that mean?
Oh, the man.
Them. All of them.
Them. All right. But them.
Sausage fest. That's what I mean.
That's what sounds
Caravana's full.
Yeah.
Well, Caravana weekend, long weekend here.
Yeah.
We got to celebrate that. But Caravana is a sausage fest. I don't care what people say.
Nah, it feels that way.
That's what it is.
What's the ratio? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. They don't post the ratio because
10 to 1?
It's yeah.
Like, oh, man.
10 to 1. And the ones that are available ain't the ones you want to go behind.
Oh, man. Wow.
Our resident Caravana man. Tell us a little bit about that.
Retired. But still, still keep a pulse on what's going on. But I don't know. Rumor has it Olivia Chow's going to be out there. She's going to be doing her thing.
Please don't vote for
It's
Olivia
tradition.
Chow.
You had Rob Ford out there.
Rob Ford was
Rob
there.
Ford
Yeah.
knows how to party.
You got Olivia
He's
Chow.
the honorary Jamaican.
Yeah.
You know?
The Bumble Club.
Chops.
If you're from Toronto, you know. You know
Yeah.
exactly what we're talking about.
Rest in peace, Rob.
Yeah,
Ford.
Rest
of
in
course.
peace,
Yeah.
Rob.
The man is now
Mm.
belly full in heaven.
Yeah.
He has more to eat.
His wife is there. Yeah.
Rest in peace to his
Truly,
wife.
yes,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
I love the Ford family. So
Yeah, but here we are. A lot has gone on since we've been off the air. I guess we got to start with what was the biggest news. The most sought after free agent, arguably in NBA history.
Yeah.
Or at least in recent memory.
yeah.
In recent memory.
In year 22.
Yeah.
22?
Year 22, yeah. LeBron James has officially signed with the Philadelphia 76ers for the veteran minimum too, by the way. So
Yeah.
He didn't take no big payday. He basically give me the bare bones.
2-year, $8 million.
Yeah, and it's a player option, so it's probably going to be a 1 year. I can't see him picking up the option, but you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Aaron Rodgers keeps playing another season, so
So let me say, LeBron James made this decision not based on money, in his own words, based on one more title shot.
yeah, he wanted to play in the
He wants
ugliest
to win.
city in the U.S. I guess.
But he's not even living there. He's gonna commute,
Yeah.
I guess. Please don't do the chopper thing, because I heard you're looking for private helicopter. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Go be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, just drive.
But what like a validation for the city to be like, I'm coming to Philadelphia, not to live though.
You know, as
Not
soon
to
as that
live.
buzzer's done
Yeah.
and he's going in that tunnel, he's getting into his Hummer and he's driving.
Yeah,
He's driving
Oh,
back.
man.
Yeah.
guy.
There for business.
Yeah.
So, according to his reasoning, he's there to win one more title shot.
Mm.
We heard about Miami. We heard about Cavs. There's even the Knicks in there.
Mhm.
Maybe Golden State was in there for a bit. Does the Sixers give him a better chance to win the title?
I think he came in the East at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like he's used to coming to in Cleveland and
Yeah.
dominating the East. I think like he thinks that the East is weaker. However, I think the East is like one of those grimy conferences where it's just like Knicks, Cavs, Heat. Like they're gonna now if Kawhi goes to the Raptors, that's 4-5 strong teams. It's gonna be like a grind. Like those games are gonna be a grind.
Yeah.
So if you're expecting to like be in the finals in the East, I don't think it's gonna be a battle to get to the finals.
I disagree with you on
You think so?
because I think
Embiid's gonna be there.
he's not gonna be there. But like I think he can figure out how to coast during the regular season. Because like in the West, there are really good teams that are really good regular season teams. Like OKC,
Yeah.
you got Denver, Minnesota Timberwolves, Spurs. Like you're looking at even Dallas is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Lakers are gonna be in there.
Yeah.
So you're looking at already potentially being like a 7th, 8th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the East. he can be there right in the fourth or
toward
fifth.
the top.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll
So
be
you
top
can
5.
you can get good position in the playoffs and then like turn it on in the playoffs, which I think Nick Nurse will plan that. I think Nick Nurse doesn't get the credit of a lot of reasoning why he joined the Sixers, but I think his team and his like knowledge of the game and winning a championship with Kawhi, that's a huge factor, which LeBron, right? So hopefully that works out.
Yeah.
But
it's a good team. They will
good team.
get better by playing with LeBron. So
Yeah.
like VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, those guys are gonna be better in 2 or 3 years just by being around LeBron James.
Yeah.
I'm not a LeBron James fan per se, but like the way he does business and handles himself, it's gonna help.
Okay. I think that's fair. I think also too, in all of this, I've never seen, in recent memory at least, a franchise believe in a player like Joel Embiid. Think of it like this. Their motto for the longest while has always been trust the process.
Yeah.
Right? You had, when Embiid came in at that time, there was Butler, there was JJ Redick, there was Ben Simmons. That was when Kawhi, did his thing and kind of broke up that whole team. Then they brought in Paul George and of course key players here and there. Paul George is gone, but the 76ers always wanted to build around Embiid. So now,
But are they wrong though?
they're not wrong because
He was MVP.
he was, yeah.
It's just a question of health,
That's the
which
thing.
is the killer of everyone, right?
Yeah. So maybe right now, I think if you can get at least 65 plus games out of Embiid,
Nah, there's no way.
really,
Yeah, there's no way. I'm on his side.
Yeah, there's no way. Like that's a dream, but I don't think you get. I'm like, if you get 25 games out of MVP, like
At least they should be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like the team is
Yeah.
strong enough. They probably gonna get who's their backup center?
that's the thing. You're gonna have to have a decent backup center.
yeah.
They should get Valanciunas because I think he's a free
No, he
agent.
went to Europe.
Oh, he went to Europe.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was a miss.
Yeah.
That was a miss because that would have been a perfect
Yeah.
fit. They probably didn't even need Joel for the most part.
Valanciunas is solid
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, we didn't even talk about, like, we're talking about 76ers. We failed to mention how
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown got
Yeah.
to the 76ers. Boneheaded trade by the Celtics. Like, you gave him away for Paul George.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
They
know.
really wanted to get rid of him though.
Yeah, but they didn't need to really. Like, he never asked for a trade. So they tried to trade him for Giannis, and it didn't work out. They just assumed that it's gonna be, I guess, maybe reputation.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's gonna be upset, so now we have to trade him. But if you're gonna trade him, then you gotta get more for him.
I heard though, like he was a problem in the locker room with him and Jason Tatum specifically. Like Jason Tatum wouldn't say much. He's like a quiet type of guy, but like you would see that with the players and you would see like how he would be like kind of talking with Jason Tatum and think I'm the alpha.
Yeah.
You got to listen to me and defer with me, when it's like, you know what? Maybe Jason Tatum doesn't have that kind of strong mentality type, but he is the more skilled player at the end of the day.
True.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have a problem now, you might as well get rid of him where his trade value might be higher and he's still young.
But they didn't even get the
They
trade
didn't even
value.
get the value, right?
Yeah.
But like that kind of shows like what the other teams are thinking about Jaylen Brown.
Maybe
He doesn't have that value in the league.
it's not a Luka trade.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as bad as a Luka trade.
Luka
but,
trade
like,
was horrible.
yeah. But it was kind of like, what? That's
It's
it.
like they really wanted to
Yeah.
get rid of him. So maybe there's something to it. Let's hope Jaylen Brown, well, not hope because I'm a Raptor fan, but like, let's hope they mess up and Jaylen Brown screws up their team and LeBron hates him and then they can't play anymore.
Well,
And that's
we didn't even add the Celtics in the East too.
Yeah.
Celtics is still there.
Yeah.
They have
Celtics
good
is still
young
there.
players.
Yeah.
So there is, like, the East is, I guess both conferences are good because you did list off teams like OKC, Denver, San Antonio. It's going to be teams like Golden State. They're going to not be easy if LeBron stayed in the West anyway.
Yeah.
So,
But speaking of that, though, how do you think the whole Jaylen Brown, LeBron thing is going to work? Because Jaylen Brown was caught on camera saying some slick words to basically Bronny, which is LeBron's son, basically saying
Not good.
he doesn't know why he's in the league.
yeah.
Do you think that might be a point of contention, or maybe they sorted it out off camera or
No.
behind the scenes.
I did see an interview where LeBron said he talked to Jaylen Brown, and it was prior to him actually joining 76ers. So that's like in season. I guess they played the Celtics.
Yeah.
And they asked about Jaylen Brown. He's like, "Oh, I love Jaylen Brown."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we talked about the Bronny thing."
Yeah.
So I guess they sorted it. They'll sort it for sure when they
Yeah.
see each other like as teammates.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like it might be in his mind still.
I
It's not like
think
Jaylen
so.
Brown lied.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he's just saying it for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
That's how he felt. Like he
Yeah.
felt like he shouldn't be in the league. And I don't know. He's probably not wrong.
I probably think 90% of the league probably thinks that too.
Yeah.
But
What do you think? Do you think the 76ers trade for Bronny? It's not worth. He's not worth anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's even a question anymore.
He's a
'Cause, like,
G League player though, so
Yeah.
like you just have to give up like
his
a bag
goal
of
was
balls.
to play with his son, which he did. Play with his son in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I've already accomplished that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just try to be the GOAT. Like
yeah.
he is the GOAT in a sense, but he wants to be the undisputed GOAT. You know what I mean?
Not gonna be a-
Charles Barkley said this. Did you guys hear this? And I don't know if you agree with this. If LeBron can win 2 titles in Philly, he should be considered the GOAT over Jordan.
He won't win 2000 Philly. He doesn't have to.
Okay,
2
but
years.
let's say he does, right?
Yeah.
He I think he does have 2 years because he
think
signed
so?
2 years. Like he's
player
still
option though.
player option, but
Yeah.
he's still that guy, man. Like
Yeah.
on 90% of NBA teams, he's the number 1 option.
Yeah.
Last year he averaged 25 and 5, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's on the Raptors he would be winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Raptors are a really good playoff team.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that? If he gets 2 more chips in Philly, is he considered the GOAT?
I don't think so. I don't think so personally. Like you can't just be running to teams. For me, I don't know. In my mind, I always look at like the best player. Maybe it's old school mentality.
Yeah.
The best players are the ones that stick in their team and they kind of like keep on winning in that team. So the new era is all like, oh, I want a championship here. Oh, I want a championship here. I want a championship here. It's like, yeah, you could easily join teams because now in this NBA culture, the players have all of the leverage.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I don't want to play for this team, they have to kind of trade you to that team to kind of find a way because you have the leverage. If you're not playing up to par, like remember James Harden put on all that weight because he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And then in like a week, he was like in NBA shape. Like, you know what I mean? Dropped like 30 pounds. So it's like the players have that leverage, and I don't like that you can just dictate where you go. Like Kevin Durant basically played for the whole damn league at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what's special about your career?
Well, I think Kevin Durant kind of diminishes his legacy, like keep on moving and building teams.
But if you think about it, LeBron is in Cleveland, Miami.
But the one thing I would contradict to that, LeBron is winning championships everywhere he went. Regardless if it's the Mickey Mouse championship in LA.
Yeah.
He went back to Cleveland, he did it in Miami. He's won. He did it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Where KD, probably more skilled than LeBron offensively. When he retires, he's not going to be considered in the top 10, top 15 just because of that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think people forget how great LeBron was. Like, if you were starting a team today, I would pick Miami James over any player in the entire history of NBA
Oh, I don't know.
to start my team.
It's a lot of players.
Like, the only one you would consider in there is probably Shaq with the domination, and then you would think Jordan. But Miami LeBron James was special.
Yeah.
You guys gotta remember him in his prime.
Yeah.
That was
what, 5 seasons?
No, that's 10 seasons ago.
No. His tenure with Miami was 4.
Yeah,
seasons.
four.
It was
yeah.
4. 2 chips.
Yeah.
One almost came close.
Yeah.
You guys got to remember that too. Like, James was that guy.
Yeah.
Kawhi stopped him.
Kawhi's
He's gonna do it
Kawhi's
again.
special. See,
He's gonna stop him again this year.
Yeah.
That's okay. Let's table that for the next conversation. But I think if LeBron can win in Philly, he should be considered at this age winning a chip knowing he was the reason they win a chip,
Hmm.
he should be considered the GOAT.
Cool.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
Thank God you don't have to think about that because it's not gonna happen. we have
I
a
kind
year.
of,
We have a year to see if we revisit this.
other than the
spot.
Raptors, I kind of want that to happen.
No.
Just because
I hate 76ers, man.
I'm a LeBron fan.
Mm.
I think people underestimate him. I think just when Kobe was playing, I hated Kobe.
when he was playing.
When he was
remember that
playing,
too,
like
yeah.
I hated Jordan when he was playing. I was a Barkley fan.
Yeah.
Right? So I hated that. But when they retired and time went by,
Yeah.
I appreciated their legacy more. And I think that's what happened with James. We'll go back to highlights when he came into the league. That man dragged the Cleveland Cavaliers. That team with Mo Williams was the best players after him.
When you look at the players on
Anthony
that team,
Parker. Like,
Anthony Parker was
Judas
decent,
Ilgauskas.
but he had like a lot of guys like
and that's him.
Yeah.
That's a 20-year-old LeBron
Yeah.
dragging those teams
Yeah.
like to
Delanadova.
yeah.
whatever his name
And what
is.
coach? The coach has never been like anything
Yeah,
before. Like
yeah.
they had what is it, Paul Silas, and then they had a bunch of intermediates,
was
and
good.
Silas was a
Yeah.
good coach. But like, no man, LeBron James, we'll forget about.
Yeah.
We forget about today because we're looking at LeBron James today, right? We're not remembering LeBron James in his heyday. He could have beat any player in history.
I still
in
rate
his
Kobe
heyday.
higher than him.
No man.
I rate Kobe higher.
Oh
than him.
my god.
I rate Kobe higher.
I
Because I
don't.
remember the days where I would despise Kobe Bryant because when he shot the ball, you knew it was going in a clutch situation. I don't get that fear from LeBron. He doesn't. I don't have that fear.
You know, I don't get that fear from Brian because there were too many good two guards during that era.
There's a lot, but
Because
he was still the
we grew up watching
yeah.
Vince, and he did exactly what Brian did
Yeah,
for that time, and he was like in that conversation
Yeah.
of who's better.
yeah. But Kobe, all the championships and like
The thing about Kobe, I'll just wrap this up because we're kind of talking about LeBron. If you have a Shaq to take the pressure off you,
But then he won it without Shaq, though, because he
True.
wanted to show
He
everybody
did.
I could do it without Shaq.
he did.
Yeah.
But during those times, he won 3 chips
Yeah.
with Shaq. And he could do what he wanted to do on the floor. Because, like, you're not going to leave Shaq.
No.
He was never double team. But we're talking about, like, if Kobe without Shaq, we're talking about he played with losers. He played with Lamar Odom, a prime Lamar Odom, a prime Ron Artest,
Those guys
Paul
are good.
Gasol,
Yeah.
who's like one of the greatest
good.
centers
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, yeah.
He had a stacked team.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted, right?
Yeah,
Like,
those guys are good.
so you can't leave a Paul Gasol down in the post with Kobe doing his thing. Look at those clips. There's clips of Kobe being guarded by 5 people, right? Knowing that he would never pass the ball.
I love Kobe's mentality.
He was probably so yeah. I'm a Shaq fan. That's why I kind of like I put Kobe a little bit below Shaq because I think Shaq is a little bit above Kobe.
But Shaq would even put Kobe, you know.
He's doing it out of respect. But in some interviews, he said Penny could have been better than Brian.
before,
He wanted to
yeah,
play with
yeah,
Vince.
yeah,
and
yeah. He
like,
did, he did.
Yeah, he said those kind of things. Let's get back to LeBron. So you're saying even if LeBron wins, you're saying he's not going to
There's
win at
no
all.
chance. Like, I'll bet that he doesn't win the
Okay, I gotta
championship
pass
this
you
year.
then because if LeBron does win a chip in Philly,
Okay.
how does that impact his legacy?
I think that cements him
As the GOAT.
greatest. Yeah, because I get it. Jordan won all with one team.
Undefeated. in the
Undefeated.
finals, yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
we say
hard to
undefeated, right?
beat, but
I'll come back to finish.
okay.
in the finals. In the finals.
In the finals.
Yeah, he didn't lose.
But I think LeBron's kind of takeaway with this is wherever he's gone, he's won.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I'm that guy. They build around me no matter if it's the East, if it's the West, because obviously he won one with the Lakers. I'm that guy. So I think that's his takeaway though.
And I'm that guy who's the oldest guy in the league
Yeah.
for the last 2 seasons, playing in my 22nd, 23rd season in the NBA, still winning chips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm never gonna agree.
I think this conversation can never end, but like y'all forget that did Jordan join the league in year 8 when before that he kept on losing in the first round?
Yeah, but
Do you know what I mean? LeBron never lost in the first round.
Yeah.
We're just watching his finals records.
Yeah.
But how many times did he get beat by Detroit Pistons? How many times did he get beat by Larry Bird and the Celtics?
But those are like Hall of Fame guys.
Got it.
Like,
But we could say the same thing about LeBron. Like, we're talking about teams. Like, people ignore the fact that Jordan actually played in the league for 8 years and never won anything until Pippen came into the team. You know what I mean? So, yes, Jordan in the playoffs, no one can beat him.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about GOAT, to me, you have to consider LeBron.
See, that's the thing. It's almost like you have to look at eras, though, right?
Yeah.
Because now, was Jordan's era have better players? Because if you look at that, it's a tougher feat to go through all of those better. Like, all of those guys are Hall of Famers. Now, granted, some of the guys that in our era now are going to be Hall of Famers as well. But I'm like, is the level the same? The game got easier to score the ball. So,
it's a different game.
Yeah, it's a different
So it's
game. Like
hard.
you know, like you could like hold back then, like, and then you still had to score the ball. Like, you know what I mean? They weren't letting you score as easily. Now the rules, they want to get like they want people to score 30 points. Like,
But let's say the second best player in Jordan's era was who? We could throw Charles Barkley in there.
yeah, there's so many guys you could throw.
We could throw Karl Malone in there. We could throw Clyde Drexler in there.
Hakeem
We could throw Larry Bird. Larry Bird was even before.
yeah.
I would say Hakeem
Hakeem's
is
before.
probably the best because when he left, Hakeem started winning chips.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
So it's like I think behind Jordan is Hakeem, but behind LeBron, there's a more stacked lineup.
Well, it's because we know them. Like,
It's not just because we know them.
if
Think
Larry
about it.
Bird, if Charles Barkley play, like, that's the guy. These guys shit on Charles Barkley.
Oh,
They're
Charles
like, have
Barkley
you,
is
like,
the
like, you know what I
Draymond Green
mean?
needs to shut his
Yeah,
mouth.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, this era is gonna rate. I'm not saying Draymond shouldn't be rated to a certain level, but you're not Charles Barkley.
It's
like,
a different game,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like
know what I
Charles
mean?
Barkley's averaging 34, 15,
Yeah.
and 5, right? You know what I mean? Like a center.
Yeah,
with-
they
with
make
scoring.
fun of him like he was trash or something. Like, he was good, man.
But let's talk about like who's behind. I think both eras had great players.
They have
Like,
good players
because you behind LeBron, you got Curry,
Curry is up
you
there.
got KD, you got Kawhi. Like that alone, it compares with you know what I mean. The Bird, the Hakeems, the Isaiah Thomases, the Reggie Millers. Like I think it's even at that point. Like if you kind of look at it,
I guess it's always going to be hard
Yeah,
to say
it's
because
tough.
like
it's a different.
whoever grew up in this era is going to favor the guys that they've seen play.
Yeah.
Like, if I got to watch those guys play, I'm like, wow, that's when basketball was like, you
Let
know,
me ask you this, because our era was, you know,
after that a little bit too.
was a little bit after that,
Yeah.
where we saw like
We're not that old.
we saw like Penny Hardaway, we saw Shaq, we saw
Yeah.
Kobe, we saw Vince.
Yes.
Tell me this: you've watched the NBA from now. You still think in your mind
Those guys are great.
a
Like,
prime Vince Carter would still beat with LeBron?
I think Vince Carter just had unfortunate that injuries because like,
Injuries, mentality, and
yeah.
stuff like that. But like
he would be Kobe level, like retired.
we
right
know
now.
when he
Yeah.
went to Jersey, he destroyed us.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
score 50 points a game,
Easy.
come back and dunk on you at the
Yeah.
end of the game. I think, to my mind, Vince Carter can still beat a Jordan, can still beat a LeBron James if he wanted to, if he played in his prime.
He didn't have the same work ethic.
He
as
had
they
he had spurts of like
Yes.
passion, because you could
Yeah.
tell like when he dunked over that 7-foot
Yeah.
player, just like he hated like the game, and he's like, I'm gonna get you. Like you
Yeah.
saw that
That's
intensity.
crazy.
And when that happened, even people today like Gilbert Arenas saying like he was supposed to be the next
He
Jordan.
was. He was.
So like I think like you can say if Carter, I bet you if Carter was drafted in a Kobe situation or he was drafted in a different situation, who knows where we would have been
Yeah,
today, right?
true.
But that is what ifs.
Yeah.
But if we look at it today, I think when LeBron retires, then our generation would kind of be able to compare. Okay, now we can kind of dust is settled. LeBron did this, Jordan did this. Let's look at old clips and remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Behind the back, blast, block on Iguodala.
Yeah.
Throw it back, 2 dribbles, boom.
He was what, the first? Well, he was part of the first team to come back down
3-1.
3-1. Like,
stacked.
also
dude.
too, like, just the just LeBron at what? He's 42? No.
He's 1 year older than me. So yeah, 43 maybe.
43.
43-ish.
Like, his physical shape that he's in for his
Please
age,
God,
though,
don't test him.
Comparing my physical shape to LeBron's right now.
No, that conversation where we had where if he's on something, I hope he's not. But like, come on.
They would test for that sort of stuff.
Oh, but would they hide it?
No, I don't think they would. Like, they would have
I
caught
think
it.
you have to. You know why?
But they would have caught it early, and LeBron.
I don't think they would have
LeBron.
caught it because the league needed LeBron.
But he wasn't LeBron at that time. Like,
he was day one.
He was big, but I mean, like, you don't know what someone's gonna be until they are
day
that,
one.
right? Like,
Day one, he was LeBron.
See, I think with the NBA versus MLB, there were so many guys, you know, basically taking steroids where it got out of hand in MLB versus NBA. That's never really been a discussion. It's only that conversation's only really come up about LeBron.
Yeah.
Maybe a few other players, but aside from that, you don't really have that conversation much.
And I'll be honest with you, even if you did take steroids in the NBA, it's different because yes, when you attack the basket, you're okay, but you still have to shoot the ball. You still have to do like finish around the rim. There's so many things that are like.
But does that give you ability to play longer because defense takes a lot out of you? You know what I mean? Does that help you in a long
Not necessarily, because I always look at the they talk about wrestlers and a lot of them have died at such a young age.
Yeah.
The ones that abused the steroids, their body broke down. So I guess
maybe it's not steroids. Maybe
something else.
It's like what athletes use in the Olympics and stuff like that to be able to perform rather than have strength and things like that.
I would hope that the testing is done properly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do we think about LeBron move? Weak or
beyond weak?
Yeah,
that's me.
Beyond weak.
I'm okay with it. At first, I questioned why the 76ers, but I guess he believes that he can make it out of the East, even though it's tough. But hey, you know what? If that's what you believe, go for it. We'll just see who ends up in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 76ers.
It won't be the 76ers.
Ooh. I agree with JR. I don't think it's a weak move. I think because his age right now and trying to cement himself as the greatest ever, I think it's the move he needed to do.
I would have understood the Miami move or a Cleveland move.
Yeah.
Because like you played there, you have like, even though Giannis went there, I'd still understand it because you have a legacy there.
Yeah.
So 76ers, you don't have a legacy. Maybe he wants to have like a legacy there as well if he wins the championship. Probably that's what he's thinking.
Could you imagine though? He wins a championship.
Yeah, they'll love him there.
He'll get a statue retired.
That's maybe what it is, right?
Lakers, Miami, Cleveland, jerseys retired.
It could have been that. Maybe
that's crazy.
That was part of the decision. Who knows?
You should have went to Charlotte Bobcats.
Selfish. Yeah. Should have hit Toronto, maybe.
All right, talk about Toronto.
Yeah.
And then another thing, Kawhi trade. Obviously, it's been in the news for a while. It's on hold. But I heard rumors that it might be canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know about the details of that?
I was watching ESPN yesterday. I don't think there's like any rumors really. What happened was the analysts over there started talking about like, oh, if like Kendrick Perkins was saying like, if I'm the Raptors, I canceled the trade. And then they're saying like, oh, can it be canceled? And then I guess Ramona Shelburne said, yeah, it can be. So it's not really rumors that like the Raptors are looking to cancel it. They're just saying like it's possible, but technically anything's possible because like if the NBA comes out and is like, okay, we're canceling, voiding Kawhi's contract. So now you can't trade him.
Yeah.
So then he becomes a free agent. So I don't know what happens there. Or let's say they suspend Kawhi for the year.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to revisit the trade because maybe they still make the trade though. Just like
a year later?
Yeah. No, they make the trade now.
Okay,
sign him to the extension, just not have him this season.
Okay.
And then they change the draft capital that they give up or something. But I don't think I think it can get canceled if the punishment becomes too severe that it impacts the Raptors negatively.
So let me ask you this, because I'm doing a little research. The Kawhi's investigation has been going on for 11 months.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
11
dumb.
months. It's September 2025,
Yeah.
right? So thinking about that, knowing when things like, think about the Diddy case. It took a long time to get to the court, right? That was like a year and a half, and it finally got there. They have something. Like, they can't keep following leads, or either someone's sleeping on the desk and like they're lazy to move forward. They have something. It's just they got to figure out how to go about this in the best way for the league.
So the way the CBA works, because I did a lot of research on it. Okay,
cool.
Why don't the whole trade go through? Like, I'm kind of annoyed. So the way the CBA works, so if Adam Silver wants to give a punishment because they feel they have something, it's a whole process, because what happens is unless they, like, the parties agree to what the terms or the suspensions are or whatever, it has to go to an arbitrator, and it goes through appeal. So if he decides, like, today, okay, I'm fining the Clippers, this is my punishment, it literally can't, like, go, it'll be delayed even longer, because it has to go through that arbitrator and that whole appeals process, and that could take a while. So I think they don't have enough to go through that whole process. I think there's something there, and they think that Cleveland, they think that the Clippers did something to circumvent the cap. I think they believe that, but they don't have like a smoking gun to say like, okay, this is what the punishment's going to be because you did this.
There's no rule book on.
I think there's a rule book, but like they don't have the the thing that says this is, you did this, and it's clear as day.
So there's no, like, it's not clear that he opened a company and then he's
no,
getting
because
paid.
he's saying that he didn't know, and also apparently like there was.
But you could say you didn't know, but you're at the end of the day you signed the papers.
But he lost money too, so that he's like, I got scammed out of money.
Okay,
so
didn't know that.
Yeah. So there is a little, and for all I know, he might be okay losing the money. Like, you know what I mean? But
I also heard too, like, Uncle Dennis is not in the picture anymore.
He fired.
Apparently,
yeah.
So that's actually probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I think Kawhi's trying
kind of knows now, like, he's grown up.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. He's grown up. He's wearing like Christian Dior and stuff like that. So he's grown up. I've seen the new locks.
Yeah.
He look good.
Yeah. And he's talking a little more.
He's talking a little bit more too.
I think he's trying to be like, you know what? Like, let me just separate myself from this. If the league is upset with certain things, let me just take that away, so maybe it could smooth things over. I think what they should, maybe the Clippers don't want to. Maybe Kawhi doesn't want to, because if you negotiate a penalty, be like, hey, we think something's here, but
guilty.
you're not gonna say that you're guilty. We're just gonna come to an agreement on maybe give up a draft pick. Kawhi suspended 25 games for the season. Then they can move forward. But if whatever punishment he wants to give, will have to go through appeals. And that's gonna be the whole.
So we're thinking he's going to end up in a Raptor uniform.
I think they will eventually.
Kawhi, man, thanks for choosing the Raptors.
Yeah. It's awkward for Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Especially if it goes to training camp, because if it goes to training camp,
but you just tell them not to play.
Or you tell them not to come
not
there,
to show
right?
Up. Just like, we'll pay you until figure this out. But that kind of sucks, though.
No, because then what if the trade doesn't go through? Then you still got to bring them back.
As soon as you bring them back, you gotta get
trade
rid of them. But their
it's
value
like a
is
Jaylen
like,
Brown situation.
Yeah,
true.
But their value is like nothing.
Diminished. Yeah.
Like nothing.
Well, Grady Dick had no value.
He has exactly.
Yeah.
We're not talking about him.
Yeah.
Is there any opportunity for the Raptors to say, you know what, we're pulling out?
Yeah.
They still have that opportunity.
Yeah. They could at any point they could do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to, because like, when you get a Kawhi Leonard, say I want to sign a 2-year extension, I want to play this season, and then I want to do a 2-year extension and end my career there. Like, you're not pulling out. And I said,
let me ask you
I said
this.
it that way on purpose.
Good thing, positive vibes aside.
Yeah.
Kawhi playing 2 years, ending the year in Toronto. You know who we always talk about, the GOAT?
Oh, the greatest Raptor.
Greatest Raptor of all time. Does that solidify him
could.
as the greatest rapper of all time?
It could, especially if he wins one more.
If he wins one more, obviously, if he wins one more and he retires here, he trumps everything that Kyle Lowry did. I'm sorry.
And Kyle Lowry will agree to that too.
Yeah, I think that would cement him.
We're missing one other thing that's being talked about that I know that Jason probably missed.
But you know,
Jason missed on purpose because he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But the potential return of one of the Raptors, one of the greatest Raptors of all time, DeMar DeRozan, wants to come back to Toronto.
He ain't coming back though.
And he's willing to sign a veteran minimum.
I know, but he ain't coming back. And the good thing I like about this Kawhi investigation,
It
because
delays him.
it hinges on, like, we're not getting DeMar.
Yeah.
We're not getting DeMar as, like, just to sign him if we don't get Kawhi.
Yeah.
Like, DeMar is a nice
Bench
to
player.
have
Yeah.
bench player with Kawhi to play. So I'm kind of hoping this thing drags on. And DeMar is like, okay, I kind of need a team to play because I need to sign something because I don't want DeMar playing here.
I feel that's what's going to end up happening.
And I hope that happens. And maybe that's the NBA listening to me and saying, like, you know what? I like this guy and I like his thinking, because DeMar is not worthy of a Raptors jersey.
I think you're talking to Drake, probably.
No, man, me and Drake, like, we're cool like that. But, like, I don't even see a world where why DeMar would want to come back to. This is why I think NBA players are so dumb, because like
it solidifies how dumb you think he is.
It solidifies
right?
how dumb he is. He actually thinks he can come back here after all that, and people would look at him like, "Oh, DeMar's back. He's the greatest. We're giving him his flowers and things like that." Yes, you will have a certain percentage that gives him that, but like, why? What you did leading up to that? Why would you even consider coming back?
But see, the thing that you're talking about is outside of basketball.
It is outside of basketball.
Because basketball-wise, he didn't do anything to he actually loves the Raptors.
He loves the Raptors.
Yeah.
I know he loves the Raptors, but like,
and he loves the fans. It's just he did screw. Let's not sugarcoat it. He screwed Drake. Like, from everything he said about Drake and all of that stuff, like. He switched up.
He switched up. And that's the kind of people I don't want around me at all. We talked about this, the kind of people who switched up and talk different with you behind your back. It's not worth to have that kind of people around.
Could they mend fences?
No, there's no point. I'm like Drake. I'm like, whatever. I'm petty. I'll rap about you and talk about you and smack. Like, if you were here, I would wear a DeMar DeRozan jersey backwards. You know what I mean? I'll wear it on my ass. Like, the jersey will be down here.
Oh man.
No, man. I don't want him in a Raptors.
What about you, Jer?
I'll take it.
See, I do.
Would you take him without Kawhi? Okay, Kawhi is one thing. Would you take him without Kawhi? Just because he wants to come back to the Raptors and retire and take minutes away from our young core and do turnovers and not be able to shoot the ball or hold it, not be able to shoot a three. Maybe he'll shoot like 15% from the field.
Yeah.
Do you want that on our team, taking away 20 minutes from a young stud?
I'll take him if he accepts coming off the bench. Because last season, I think he averaged 17 or 18 points. So he's still putting up numbers. He's good.
Yeah, he's still
but
good.
Coming off the bench, though, I don't know if he's willing to accept that.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Because RJ, you'd still want to start RJ.
Yeah.
RJ is a younger player. Like, you'd still want to go with RJ. Yeah. No, I actually am with you on this. But
so without Kawhi?
That's what I was about to say. I don't know about without Kawhi, though. Because what is the use of... Without Kawhi, we're not good. We're not very good. Like, we're just... Especially now. Like, we're a good team, but not against this Eastern Conference, the way it's built with LeBron coming back and stuff. With Kawhi, we're there. But without Kawhi, what's the use?
What's the use? Like, he's taking away our growth, in a sense, right? Because he's not going to settle for a bench role that plays 10 minutes a game. He's going to settle for a bench role, but he'll want between close to 20 minutes a game. And he'll want to be there in the crunch time in the fourth quarter. There's no question in my mind. But he just sucks, though.
I don't think he sucks.
I don't think that. I just think he's kind of have to put that ego to the side. And I don't know if he's willing to accept that.
He's not smart, though. That's the thing.
I think he thinks because he's like a Raptor, like original.
Yeah.
That he's gonna want more. Like he's gonna expect more from.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's the pro. That's I understand what you're saying. I don't think he sucks.
He sucks now.
Yeah, I don't think he sucks now either. I just don't think I think he's in his mind. He's coming back, like taking the minimum and all these things. He's like, yo, I'm coming back to win.
Yeah.
And then
He thinks he's LeBron.
yeah,
Put it that way.
Well, I think he thinks it with Kawhi.
Yeah.
But if without Kawhi, you're not coming back to win.
So
you're
I
not
think
winning.
He always mentions that he still could have won without Kawhi if we didn't trade him
I
because
don't know.
LeBron was in the.
No.
That's what everything
That's
about this,
incorrect. Yeah.
like it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Why would we want that type of player?
Would he
playing
hit
with
that shot in the end? Would he shut down Giannis? I don't know about all of that. I don't think he's realistic there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But hold on. Just going back to the Kawhi thing for a second,
Yeah.
though. If, let's just say the Raptors pull out from the trade, we're done, we can't do this. What's their backup plan?
They don't have one. They don't have one.
So does that show immaturity on Bobby Webster?
Webster? No. I think you
But
can't
they knew-
have a backup plan though, because it screws you because you can't have one because you don't know when.
Yeah.
So other teams are not like waiting in a whole pattern where we're in a whole pattern. So we
Yeah.
can't just say, okay, we have this trade. We have like 4 trades on hold. No other team.
But does that show a lack of experience or a lack of like planning?
no. I don't
Because
think so.
going into this trade, we knew that investigation
Yeah.
was happening, and he still hit that trade.
But also Adam Silver was saying things like if you look at all the stuff he was saying, he's like the investigation's wrapping up, and he said that in like
Yeah.
January.
But Adam Silver doesn't know anything. He's the worst. I've said this before.
Yeah.
He's the worst commissioner in the world. We should
Yeah.
all watch highlights on YouTube instead of watching. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm not lying.
But see, that's why even the Clippers, as much as I think the Clippers did maybe some wrongness as well in that thing, but it's
Clippers
not
wanted to
their
get rid
fault.
of the problem.
Yeah, they're trying to, and the problem was that if you circumvented the cap, the team that was affected by it was the Raptors.
Yeah.
Now you're actually
Putting
fixing
it
the
back,
problem,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I get it. You don't want to award circumvent. They didn't win anything,
Yeah.
so who cares?
That's the thing
You know?
too. Like I think with Adam Silver being a weak commissioner, David Stern would have saw this paper come in front of his desk and the Raptors are trying to trade for Kawhi. He would have said no. Like this, we don't need this
Yeah.
right now. Let's get rid of it until this thing is figured out. That's why I think we have a weak commissioner, man. Like
He should have said no team can trade. He said it
He's off
literally on the
limits, yeah.
trade call.
yeah,
He said,
Yeah.
"Oh, are you sure you want to make the trade?" They're like, "Why?" Like, "Oh, the penalty will go on you." It's like, what? Like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, I just decided it right now. Like,
Yeah.
like you could have said when you heard all the Shams is reporting this stuff,
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, just by the way, any team that trades for Kawhi will assume the risk." Then these guys would have stopped talking,
Yeah.
or But yeah, that's wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about ESPN,
Mm.
which recently happened, you heard about the firings of some prominent names.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Clark.
Ryan
Guy,
Clark,
Ryan
Yeah.
Clark.
Cam Newton. We're talking about 2 prominent names, but there's still a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that got fired that are not black.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't. So one of the things Cam Newton, I think, took the best approach in this. Like he said, I don't know if you saw it, but he said I love my time there. I won't be working for ESPN anymore. I'm not going to go back if they ever called me. But I learned a lot of stuff from my own podcast and my channel.
Good for
And
him.
build relationships like that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm kind of disappointed with Ryan Clark. I don't know if you saw it on the Pivot podcast. He did say and alluded to he was fired because he was black. So there was a whole discussion, and his, Fred Taylor and Channing Tatum kind of supported him. He's like, "Yeah, you did all this. You built networks and things like that, and now because they're moving to a different directions, and they thought you were a really smart black man, and you're getting up there. Now's the time to bring you down."
No.
So I want to hear your thoughts about that,
Mm.
and kind of compare the two, and tell me is Ryan Clark justified in feeling that way that he was let go at ESPN?
Yeah. Well, I guess to start, I've been on record saying that I would pick Ryan Clark over Stephen A. And I always felt that he was the prominent retired player in any sport that has one of the most vocal voices, black, because obviously you got Pat McAfee, who, you know, is in a whole different lane. But, you know, I always felt that Ryan Clark was the more sensible, more reasonable voice, right? Now he's okay. He's
gonna be okay.
He's fine to think that what he, you know, how he feels. Now, yes, there were other names that were also included in the firings, but everybody always gravitates to the more notable names, right? Now, what I would say is, though, I do agree with Cam Newton taking that approach of, like, he's learned a lot. Like, you're at a huge conglomerate of an organization that you, as long as you network, you learn this and that, you can take that and run and create your own. Which, by the way, Ryan Clark already has part of his own, which is the pivot. Yeah. Right? So he's good in that sense. And hopefully he took that, what he needs to apply there and do what he's got to do. But at the end of the day, I think he used the race card as the scapegoat in this.
And he got emotional too. He was actually teared up to say his hard sweat tears. Yeah. But you know what? Let's hear you for this.
No, I think that he pulled the race card, and he should also think, if you're gonna pull the race card, then Stephen A. Smith wouldn't be the highest paid at ESPN. Like, I know potentially Pat McAfee will be the highest paid, but it's not because Pat McAfee's white that they want to pay him. Yeah. Pat McAfee shits on executives all day long. Yeah. There's those white guys who hate Pat McAfee, rather work with Stephen A. So it's not race. Because clearly they wouldn't pay Stephen A. if that was the case, right? It's like, so I don't know why I actually think that he's very knowledgeable. I actually do like the way he had a podcast with Daniel Cormier too, because I'm a big MMA fan. Yeah, and it was
DCNRC.
DCNRC, and he's very knowledgeable on the other sports as well. So I think there's value that he should have understood that he's taking away as well. And it's a mistake by ESPN to let him go. It's cost cutting. So whether it's cost cutting because you want to pay McAfee or cost cutting because you paid Stephen A. Like, at the end of the day, it's what business is. Like, it happens in every line of business. It's not like, oh, I'm looking at which black guy can I cut? Like, you know what I mean? It's not that. You're looking at, okay, who is making a certain amount that we're gonna have to cut. You know, they also cut people who were not black that made
100%
less money than he made.
Regular workers, janitors, people in the tape room, production staff, things like that, who actually need the job, right?
Yes.
But one thing I want to add too is, I thought he was smarter than this. Knowing how he does his pivot podcast, knowing how he's building around, you know, these different networks, knowing how he moves and has a little bit of sense of outside of, he's using the race card, which is, I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like I think I know someone and then I don't. And it kind of disappoints me in this case. I don't know if he's in his emotions.
Maybe.
Because, like, if he felt that initially, okay, you can feel a certain way. Because, like, all of us are like, oh, they fired me because I'm brown. They fired me because I'm black. They fired me because I'm too smart or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But then when you do a whole podcast about it, had time to do a production, video edit, and still release it. You could have pulled that back at any time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Knowing Cam Newton released his first, knowing that, you know, Stephen A. He even, like, put Stephen A. on. He revealed it in a personal conversation that Stephen A. gave him a heads up. Like, Stephen A. still works there. Yeah. Why would you reveal that Stephen A. gave you a heads up that you're gonna be, you know, let go? Like, Stephen A.'s trying to help you.
Yeah. And he's looking out for you. Like, take it as that.
Take it as that. Stephen A. doesn't have decision power like that. But obviously he helped you got hired.
Yeah.
It's your job to stay there. So it's not his duty to keep you there, but he gave you a heads up. Second of all, I'm sorry, man. Ryan Clark, I respect you, but you were fired because you were black? So does that mean the 10 to 11 years you were at ESPN, you were not black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they would have fired you if you're black if you were like within your first couple of years or so on like that, and then you were acting like a like a stereotype black man. They would have got rid of you a long time ago. But like if you worked 10 to 11 years, that's you ran
They
out.
like you.
You like
Yeah.
you stayed there for a reason.
Yeah.
And now it's just your time is up.
Yeah, time's
Like
up.
maybe there's an executive change, a focus change. Like they're not focused. They know the football stuff is not working. They know that MMA is not working out.
They actually didn't
Yeah.
renew MMA.
Yeah.
So they lost the UFC.
They lost UFC.
Yeah. So, there's cost
Think
cutting.
about this.
Yeah.
Maybe they're focused strictly on basketball going forward and maybe hockey. And maybe you're not the best analyst for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So let's call a spade a spade. Like, you're great, Ryan Clark, but like pulling the race card after being employed and getting paid millions of dollars per year. I think it was like $1 to $2 million for the last 11 years by ESPN. Like, it wasn't because you're black.
No.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And you weren't the only one fired.
That's the part.
If he was
that
the only one
missing.
fired, it's different. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the black guy that got
Yeah,
fired.
yeah.
Like, then, okay, I can understand, but he's not.
It's just strange. I thought like this was my man. Y'all know that was my man. And disappointment hurts.
I'm surprised Cam Newton took it so well.
Yeah, you would think he would be the more vocal one about
Yeah,
it because he was there only a couple years, right?
That's it. Yeah.
But Cam actually has been doing things
He's
a
doing
lot
good.
different.
He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
good. He's doing good.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, Ryan Clark, rethink about it, man. This ain't no shade on you, but it's like I expected a little bit better from where you're coming from.
But oh man, like here's the tough part too is like, and you could tell Ryan Clark's intelligent, but you could have seen this a mile away that they're loading up for Pat McAfee. They did it for Stephen A. They're now going to be doing it for Pat McAfee, right? Because he's still technically, he hasn't signed as of yet.
No.
Yeah,
No.
he has to renew.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like anytime a company invests in this new product or software or whatever, boom, there comes a job cuts, right? Because you got to balance it, right? You got to load up for what's necessary. So him being that smart individual, I thought he would have seen that.
Yeah.
But
He's
again,
taking it personal.
personal, and sometimes when you take it personal, you
get in
kind
your head.
of go for that low-hanging fruit or what you believe.
Yeah.
I believe he doesn't think that necessarily, but I do know
Convince
that
himself that.
it's easy to convince
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
that.
It's easy to play the victim. And that's what
the victim.
I don't
there you
want to
go.
bring it up, but
Yeah.
like it's easy to play the victim when you're a minority.
I think, you know what, it's the other thing too. Pat McAfee's white. So what happened is if, let's say, they were cutting to pay Stephen A.,
Yeah.
I don't know if he does that, if he calls it the race card.
Yeah.
But because he knows Stephen A. already re-signed, and now that they're looking to re-sign Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee's white, it's easier to play the race card. You're like, oh, you're trying to keep the white guy. But Pat McAfee has a following, and he actually has connections.
His
in
show
all
brings
sports.
money, right?
Yeah,
like his
yeah.
show brings money.
Yeah.
You just appear on shows, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stephen A has shows. He brings money
Yes.
in. Like,
Yeah.
so there's a difference that you have to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
And Pat McAfee owns his show still.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
yeah.
he's like selling the rights to ESPN basically, and he still owns it to be able to put it on YouTube, and man puts it on TikTok. Like, you can watch it on any like platform.
Yeah.
Let me add one thing though. This I think brings Ryan Clark's stock down tremendously.
Yeah.
Because knowing how he thinks now, if another company was actually looking to hire Ryan Clark, knowing how he's thinking,
They will.
like if CBS Sports or Yahoo Sports or like
A Fox would not.
Fox or
Fox would never hire him.
Amazon Sports or something
Yeah.
like that, or UFC thinks we should have hired him. When they see that podcast,
Yeah.
be like, if he thinks like this,
Yeah.
do you know how sensitive we have to be around him and surround him with the right people? We can never fire him. We have to give him a reasonable raise every time because he's gonna pull the race card.
Yeah.
Which to me, it just, even if you still feel that way, why would you do that?
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Or if you want to say, like, if you feel that way, he's off air with his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, be like, you know, like three of us, I'm like, hey, they fire me because I'm too cute and they're jealous of me. Like I could say that between and then between friends, no one's gonna say it. Like you know what I mean.
I advise you. Like we'll put the link to the Pivot podcast below, but like look at it.
Yeah.
He even pulled like I did it for my community. I wouldn't have changed anything because these old aunties at the church, they were saying, you know what, you represent us well and things like that. So he got into details about how he thought it was about race.
I agree with him. I agree with him in that. Like I understand, but that's how you're supposed to represent yourself.
Like
that's
your
job.
personal choice.
Yeah.
No one's telling you have to do that, and you do feel. And if you feel pride in doing that, great.
Yeah, that's great. I actually do like that he carries himself in a certain type of way too, because there is like other ones, and you're like, oh, this. I don't listen to what the analyst says because they don't verbalize themselves as well as he does. I'll listen. I love Ryan Clark and the way he analyzes things. So yes, I agree with those aunties at the church, but that doesn't mean that they let you go because you're black. You know what I mean?
So just represent you well, right? Well, represent yourself well.
Keep
just like your podcast name Pivot. This is a moment for you to pivot and think more positively and not always play the victim. Because you're successful for a reason. If you were the victim, you wouldn't have been this successful. I'm sorry.
True. It's true.
Do we have any other topics?
We do, actually. This should be an interesting one here. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, this is the inaugural season for the Toronto Tempo WNBA franchise.
Inaugural, meaning like first season.
First season, yeah.
Inarguable.
Inaugural.
And the WNBA has been on a rise.
People are watching. People are watching.
Yeah. They're it's getting up there. So with that being said, Toronto Tempo's head coach, Sandy Brondello, made some interesting comments in regards to arguably one of the more prominent names in the WNBA, being Angel Reese.
Yeah.
And there was an interaction where basically the game that the Tempo was playing, Angel Reese was getting quite a few favorable foul calls. And basically Sandy had, they actually caught her mouthing it. I believe it was to the referees at that time. And basically what she mouthed was, Angel, she's a protected species. And that kind of got the internet in a frenzy.
Yeah.
You have some that are leaning to the side, well, Sandy's Australian.
Yes.
Yeah, she's Australian. That's how they talk back in Australia. All good. And the other side that's like, oh, that's racist because it's towards Angel Reese.
Yeah. I when I read it first too, I was like, oh shoot, that's probably not what you want to say, because in North America, that's not how you say it because it comes across the wrong way. But then I read what it said, where it said in Australia, everyone uses that term that just says you're being protective of the player. Like that's what she was trying to say. She didn't mean it like a species, like it's just how they, I don't know, we're not Australian, so we're not weird. Like, I'm just kidding. No hate to our Australian fans. But like, if that's how they say it, Australia, you have to cater that if that's where she's from, that maybe she didn't mean it that way. And when she apologized, take that apology.
Yeah.
Now, if she starts going that same direction with those things, then it's different. But if there's like a plausible explanation behind it, then it's like, there's no need to play the race card, especially if someone apologized, said, hey, to her credit too, she didn't play the card to be like, hey, in Australia, we say this way. She didn't. She just actually said, like other people said, like, hey, Australians, we say this all the time. She didn't play that. She didn't play the victim, opposite of what we were just talking about. She didn't play the victim. She's like, my fault. I shouldn't have said it. I didn't realize, and kept it moving. I think people made it bigger than it needed to be.
Why is this even news?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It's in the heat of the moment. You're trying to protect your team against one of the better teams, I guess, over one of the better players. Like, that happens all the time in the NBA.
You're a big WNBA fan, huh?
I don't know.
One of the better teams?
Yeah. So I think it's like a heat of the moment thing. You're just talking, you're trying to defend, you're yelling at the referee and stuff like that. Like, this is not news, man. This is just like in the game stuff like that. People gotta stop being sensitive.
Mm.
Why is everything about race? We just had this conversation.
I don't know. I
Really?
okay. I'll say this.
Really?
I don't think it's necessarily racist or anything along those lines, but I do think though Sandy being the Tempo's coach kind of needed to read the room a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in North America. Yes, I get it.
Come
You say
on.
that,
But
in
she doesn't know.
Australia,
Come on,
right?
man.
I get it. This and that, right? But you gotta read the room.
She's
over
there to
here.
coach the team.
Yeah,
She's
but-
not there to
Get the culture.
have everyone's feelings be okay. She's there to coach a team, man, and she's in the game and she's trying to protect her player and her team.
If one of her players came out and was like, "Hey, I was offended by it," maybe I'd take it a little differently. But maybe I'll be like, "Oh, okay." But then she could have had like a fruitful conversation with the coach. But I guess people wait
Oh
for
my
these things and
God.
jump on it. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. They kind of wait for it.
Yeah.
No, man, JR, you're totally wrong in this.
No,
you gotta,
I-
take, you
I-
gotta take that back.
I think, look, at the end of the day is like, I can't go to, I don't know, China
I know. what you're
and
saying.
say something over here that's not necessarily culturally
Right.
accepted over
But
there.
what did she say wrong? She said species, protected species. That is not. I wouldn't even take that if she told me, go be with your species or whatever. I wouldn't take that as a race thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with JR on that part. Like, I think I understand what I don't think she meant it that way.
Yeah.
But you're right though. If it's not an excuse, if I go to China and I'm like, oh, down with communism, like I'm gonna get in trouble. Like
Yeah.
like,
But that's
like,
totally different levels, man. Come on.
eh.
I don't know. Like,
What she gonna? If in China, the example would be, "You're a communist. Stop protecting your place." Like what?
I don't know. It's something.
Just something that's like culturally appropriate here.
Yeah.
And then just think like it's okay. So
But is that really culturally inappropriate here?
well, I'll give you an example. So Brittany Griner.
Mm.
So she
We
wasn't.
really gotta talk about.
No.
Do you really gotta
your
talk
favorite
about this
person.
issue?
But she said that, oh, I didn't realize that I had the drugs. So that wasn't an excuse because like it's not culturally appropriate there. They didn't care what was there. They put her in jail.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of see Jared's point, but I still under the same thing where like we're a little too sensitive. But I see what you're saying. I can't say I don't see what he's saying because you can't use that as like a defense but she did it. To her credit, she did it.
Right.
But but some people did. Yeah.
It's not news.
Well,
is not news.
now I have one other one that's a little bit along the same lines.
Okay.
And do you know what I'm talking about? The Sophie Cunningham?
Well, I mean, shout out Sophie.
Yeah, she bad.
was one of the ring girls for
Yeah.
the last UFC event.
Yeah. So she got in trouble right after the ring.
Oh,
girl
she
thing.
did.
Because she said that she wouldn't want her daughter or wouldn't want little girls to be in the same locker room as men. So what she's saying is like, if you're not a born female, they shouldn't be in the same locker room.
Right.
So she got in like a whole bunch of like
Really?
people were really mad. So that was what I wanted to kind of see you guys take on it as well. Do you think she said anything that was out of pocket?
No. Non-news. Why would you want to put your daughter in a room full of men? Does that make any sense? I don't know why this is a conversation.
Oh, she had to do like she had her own press conference and stuff. Like
no.
I don't think she apologized though.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think
she shouldn't.
Yeah, she don't.
She
She
shouldn't.
apologize.
Like, why is this a
Yeah.
conversation?
I don't see anything wrong with.
Okay, I just wanted to see if you guys are on
Yeah.
the same page as I am. I didn't see anything wrong, and I was like, I'm glad she didn't apologize because she's saying something that's common sense. She's not saying hate speech.
Yeah.
She's not saying like, I don't think you should be this. I don't think you should be that. She's just saying if we have girls, we shouldn't have them in the same locker
Yeah.
room as like we want to have. So it does make sense.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
Isn't that at
right?
school? Like, that's why we have separate washrooms for boys
Yeah.
and girls. We have separate change rooms for boys and girls.
Yeah. And that's my thing. Like, okay, if she had hate speech or she said something like derogatory to somebody, okay, that's different. But if you're just saying something that common sense, because you said it at school, like there's different washrooms. Females aren't comfortable being in the same, like, you know, some people want to be in a family bathroom and stuff like that because they're comfortable. But we have separate ones for the ones that aren't comfortable.
They even have like separate gyms for women because they want to feel comfortable just not having a male around.
Yeah, because us guys are like,
staring.
Hey, what are you doing? Like, hey, what's your name? Like, you know,
just let them work out.
Yeah. So that's why I was curious to see your take because we kind of went down that avenue with so it's just I think we're on the same page on it. It's a non-story in that case.
Non-story. So we have 2 non-stories in this pod. So
do we have a third non-story?
And that's our weekly coverage of the WNBA. Which, by the way, I mean,
should we talk about their All-Star game?
Oh God! Wait, they had one? No, I'm kidding. I mean, hey, you know what?
I didn't know they had.
No, it was bad.
Yeah.
After this, you might want to Google the highlight.
No,
it's air ball, miss layup.
Yeah. Maybe they're just playing around.
Oh, they gotta try. Like, you don't go to an All-Star game to miss every shot.
Yeah.
Foul score was 3-5. No, I'm just kidding. He let me down back.
Oh,
so let's change the sports to the amazing, the defending American League champions, Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, that's still sports. He just shifted the sport.
I don't know if it's a sport because I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Where do we begin on the Toronto Blue Jays, who last season they were around this time they were dominating, and there were talks of them making a serious playoff run, and then boom, they destroyed the Yankees. Boom, they took it to 7 against the Mariners, who they were arguably the favorites to come out. And then they run into the infamous LA Dodgers. And
7 games.
Took it to 7. They were 2 outs away.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hoffman, who may not be a Blue Jay.
Hopefully not.
When this comes out, who knows? But it was a run for a Toronto sports team besides the Raptors that everyone was talking about. They captured the country's attention, just like the Raptors did. And there was so much promise. This is the year. Yes, there was questions of, okay, well, what's going to happen with Bo Bichette? He ended up signing with the Mets, which there's talks should they potentially trade back for him, which I don't think so. But anyways, and then here we are in the 2026 season, and they are nowhere near what they were last year. They are, in fact, arguably one of the biggest question marks of what happened to the Blue Jays. Where do we begin? Do we talk about Vladimir Guerrero and he's almost 1 calendar year away from his last home run that he hit, which would have been
my God, really?
Yeah.
Back at Rogers Center. Yeah,
so
at home.
You have the same amount of home runs this season as Vladimir Guerrero at the Rogers Center. So do you.
Yeah. And I don't even play.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God.
And by the way, he's in what, year 1 of his big $500 million.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. He's I think he's gonna have to prove something next year, because I think he took a little stuff for granted this year.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
He had probably been eating like how I've been eating, like pack on a little bit of pounds.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's nowhere near. He was actually an all-star, and he elected not to participate. Smart, yeah, because it looked really bad.
Yeah. The guy that he got voted into the all-star over had like 20-something home runs. In every category, he dominated Vladimir Guerrero, and Vladimir Guerrero was voted the starter of the all-star game. So I'm very glad Vladdy read the room.
Yeah, but it's I don't know I don't know what went wrong.
Can I tell you where I think I went wrong? And I've said it since last season, that we should have fired John Snyder. In spite of John Snyder, we actually went to the World Series and almost won the World Series. He's the worst manager at reading the room that I've ever seen in my life. Remember when we were watching the game and I was like, do not put Brendan Little in this game.
Yeah.
You know, we keep playing Brendan Little this year. His ERA is 13, by the way. Like, he actually had a good outing the last game, surprisingly, because it's the stupidest thing. Like, for a guy, and Jeff Hoffman, we let him blow about 10 games before we like, hey, maybe this isn't the guy.
Yeah.
Like, he blew the World Series, and we're like, you know what? Okay, maybe, you give him a chance. But after you start doing the same thing, make adjustments. Like, when we watch NBA, the best coaches in the NBA are the ones in the playoffs that make adjustments and change. Like, remember Nick Nurse, the box of one and stuff like that? John Schneider, an adjustment could hit him in the face. He won't even feel it. He won't even feel it. Like, what the hell was that? Like, this guy is the dumbest manager I've ever. You know how you feel about DeMar DeRozan?
It's the same.
Don't ask me about Josh. I think, to be honest, Vladdy deserves, but I think the manager has to hold him accountable and have a conversation with Vladdy and be like, listen, there's got to be changes because clearly something's off from where your career is. Like, that should have probably happened at the beginning of the year. Yeah. And whatever, maybe Vladdy is working and it's too late, like, for this season. But, like, Vladdy didn't blow all those, like, bring in the wrong. He mismanaged the bullpen. Like, crazy.
So is I only watch the Blue Jays when they're in the playoffs, like last year.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch them this season.
I go watch them. I'll have some free time. But is there enough time left in the season to make a turnaround at least?
Trade deadline is Monday. So by the time this podcast comes out, the trade deadline would have passed. So you have to make.
Can we win enough games to like get into the playoffs?
So we're like 5 games out of the playoff spot. So that sounds doable. But there's like 5 teams ahead of us. Yeah. So they're also like less than. So you have to jump all of those teams, which is doesn't really make sense because they're also probably some of them are going to be buyers at the trade deadline. Right now, for Jays to be a buyer, you have to almost guarantee that you're going to make the playoffs because if you're going to give up the prospects for like the players to like rent these players for this season. Yeah, you want to make sure you make it because if you do that and then you don't, you look like idiots because you depleted your farm. So you might be done for the next like 2 to 3 years actually at that point. Yeah. I think we're gonna be sellers. Like Gosman's gonna go. Jeff Hoffman, hopefully. The Phillies want him. Yeah, because he was a Philly. So if you give me a sack of balls, like we could take that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for batting practice or whatever. So it was gonna be hit by a home run anyway. So if he pitched it, so no. So like George Springer's expiring contract. Yeah. So these expiring contracts, they can help teams that are in playoffs contention. So take advantage of that and get some prospects.
Pretty much like
no. If you sell these guys at this before Monday, it won't set you back. You'll actually have a stronger farm system. So you've better prospects. So I think like you have no choice if you're not going to make it. Plus, I think there's going to be a lockout. Like there's not going to be a CBA. Like the CBA is not going to get solved. Not with how baseball is. Like there's teams out there that pay like $30 million for their payroll. Like, maybe I'm exaggerating or maybe I'm not, but they want to the owners want to have like a floor. Like you have to pay $170 million on your team and max $300 million. So the Dodgers don't get everybody and their mother on the team. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. So and the players don't want that because they want the $500 million contracts. But all the owners have to do is point to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and be like, "Hey, this guy just signed. What is? He's gonna be 15 years or whatever it is. Like, this is why we don't want it. So I don't. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens there.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. Blue Jays ruined my summer.
Yeah. I know. I even bought like a new Blue Jay jersey this year. I was gonna wear it today on the pod. Not my son wants a Blue Jay hat.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe it'll be on sale.
Hey. You know what? You just said that reminded me of something though. Did you hear
Hmm.
that someone in Vancouver has put an expansion bid out
Yeah.
for
Nice.
MLB team?
Yeah.
So potentially they have an owner out there that wants to.
Which they should, man.
Yeah. So potentially we could see a Vancouver team.
Support that. Bring back the Expos
Before
first.
the Expo. Oh man.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We need the
You
Expos,
need somebody,
man.
but you need an owner that wants to take it there.
JR, come on. What do you do with all that money?
Let me just bring out my check.
How's your French? How's your
I would
French?
actually do. You know, we're talking about winning the lottery. I would actually see.
Do you know how much it costs?
I don't care.
Winning the lottery can't even get you that.
I would pull people into it.
Yeah, you would be the minority owner
Yeah,
at that point.
whatever.
though.
Oh man.
At least give me a box.
It's now these franchises are like
Billion.
billions
Yeah.
and billions, like double digit billions, like crazy.
Cool. So just before we end the pod, just want to report some happy news.
Okay.
The Washington Wizards, Denver Nuggets, and Cleveland Cavaliers are having conversations with DeMar DeRozan. And this is ESPN in the last few minutes. Show interest to add him to their roster.
Washington.
Washington.
You would love for him to go to Washington.
Oh, I
Actually,
would
Washington has a little bit of a team.
I would
of
love
its
for him to go
own.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami makes sense too.
Yeah, actually, I think he would do well in Miami but who's gonna shoot the ball in Miami?
Because he ain't shooting it. He'll shoot it, but he's not going to make it.
Giannis not gonna make it either. So I don't know who's shooting the ball. They need Bam's not making it.
No.
This is gonna be like Brick City. That's what
love
their
this.
new team's gonna
I love
be.
this.
Oh,
Do you have anything else?
no.
No, I think that's it.
NBA is gonna be fun.
NBA is going to be